Hey guys, welcome to an interesting video on Wild Rift. So we're back with a Jinx commentary guide. Now we did do a Jinx updated complete guide recently, like probably within the last 2 weeks. We've been doing a whole host of videos. We still have had the daily content for more or less nearly 3 weeks straight, but of course with a break of 2 days because I had a cough and sore throat, so couldn't really record videos during those 2 days. But more or less we had daily content for a long while now. Of course, with patch 3.1, 3.1a, etc., there has brought about a lot of changes to the meta, particularly to Solari Chargeblade and Stormrazor. And if you guys saw my recent tier list on patch 3.1a, I did rank Jinx in the S+ tier after Kai'Sa. So basically, essentially what I'm trying to say is Jinx is the second best ADC in the meta at the moment. Now, what we do know from Wild Rift, websites that provide statistics, is that Jinx is the most popular pick in high elo, but her win rate is roughly slightly over 50%. Now, of course, Jinx, I wouldn't say it's a conflict champion, but I would say that some games just don't go well on Jinx. But honestly, for myself, I haven't actually had a bad game on Jinx yet ever since patch 3.1, surprisingly. Like, ever since that Stormrazor buff, I haven't had a bad game on Jinx. Like, even a game where my entire team, aside from the bot lane, was feeding. I happened to be playing with a Yuumi, and like the rest of my team was feeding so badly, but somehow, with the Yuumi in tow, I actually managed to get a pentakill that game and actually win the game somehow. So, yeah, I really think Jinx is really that strong. So regardless, now we can actually discuss about the match itself. Now that I've finished talking about how good I think Jinx is. To my point here, we did manage to pick up a quick kill with the help of our jungler. So, yeah, so basically with Jinx, when you get the snowball rolling in the early game especially, things go very well for you. Here, they know that as well, so Olaf and Annie are coming down to try to disrupt me. I'm really low. I pick up one fruit, and I'm trying to do what I can. Senna is going to get away with 1 HP basically. Annie comes in trading aggressively. I'm blasting her with my rockets. Of course, being wary that Olaf is there. She oversteps a little bit, doesn't manage to actually burst me, and I do manage to pick up the kill onto the Annie. Ahri ults in, manages to charm the Olaf and get the kill onto the Olaf. So basically, mostly everything going well for my team here. I just hit level 5, very low on health and mana, but we're still going to clear out the wave before we back, and the wave crashes on the tower, so they will lose a couple of minions. So, Jinx is in fact pretty weak in the early game. She really isn't that strong in the early game. Of course, if you get jungle attention, or if there's like a skirmish like what you just saw breaking out there, she can do relatively alright, but she definitely isn't the best in terms of damage. Here, another skill on Jinx, out from downtown in the base. Generally, because your ult skills with distance travel, when you respawn from the base, you just see if you can get any ult opportunities to see if you can snipe out anyone or help out. There, Xin Zhao barely missed out on the kill, but if he did, we have gotten yet another assist. So, a little bit unfortunate on that one. So, Jinx, as I said, really weak in the early game, but honestly, now with the new buffed Stormrazor, I feel personally that the moment you get the Stormrazor on Jinx, she becomes pretty strong already. Like, obviously, she's not like a broken kind of strong, or she's not like that strong, but the moment you get Stormrazor, you can start trading aggressively and start positioning more aggressively, more forward. And after that, every item you get is, of course, going to be a huge power spike. So when you get your IE, it's a huge power spike. When you get your rapid fire cannon, it's a huge power spike. Now, if you guys don't know what kind of build I'm talking about, check out the Jinx updated complete guide I made recently where I discussed the build in depth. So here, the dragon is spawning, and we are 1-0 and 2. So here I want to back to get my Stormrazor. Ashe trying to cause some trouble for me, trying to interrupt my bag. So I just, pretty much walk back a little bit, and then I can recall and pick up the items that I want. So here, Stormrazor completed. That is going to be pretty huge for the dragon fight. Now, the enemy team is already on the dragon. Our jungler is nowhere in sight near the dragon. I tried to steal it with my ultimate. Now, I didn't pan the camera fast enough to see, but it was actually relatively close. Now, Jinx last time used to be really good at stealing objectives with her ultimate, but they reduced the damage to her ultimate does the objective. So now it's really very difficult to steal objectives with Jinx ultimate. However, it is always worth a shot. You never know when the jungler smites with like the objective having 30 health remaining or something like that, and you end up just, you know, getting lucky and end up sniping the objective. So no harm in trying, in my opinion. So here we got our Storm Razor. So now, as I said, when you get your Storm Razor, you can actually start trading aggressively. Of course, since my Nami is backing, I don't exactly want to do that, but you know, I can get off a decent amount of damage onto the enemy team. So here, of course, Nami is actually going for the Rift Herald, so I'm going to play safe here. I have both Senna and Ashe in the bottom lane with me, so this means that my team should be having an advantage in the Rift Herald fight, should there actually be a fight. Now, it looks like there will be, because Olaf has shown up to the party to contest the Rift Herald, together with Annie and Camille. But my team, a little bit slow on the rotation, Akali and Ahri, a little bit slow on the rotation, but they should be having an advantage. The unfortunate part about it is Ashe and Senna are actually not around anymore. Here I tried to ult to get the kill, but Annie already dies. There I was just aiming. That's like, apparently looked like I was just AFK standing there. Now, I don't see Ashe and Annie. Now, not Ashe and Senna. Ashe and Senna just show up at the Rift Herald fight, basically leaving me alone, which allows me to basically essentially just destroy the tower. Jinx only needs 1 minion wave. I have my Storm Razor and I have my machine gun, which allows me to attack really quickly. So I do get the entire tower's worth of gold in terms of the plating and the tower destruction all on myself. Now, this is a huge mistake by the enemy team, because why would you let the Jinx on the enemy team, a late game scaling champion, get so much gold? Now this allows me to get the Gluttonous Greaves as well as a cloak. So really not the best decision by the enemy team in that respect. So I got a huge amount of gold. Now I have 5.5k gold, the most gold in the game, with Camille being closely behind. And here, as you can see, I'm just using my rockets to mow down whoever I can. Whoever is in range, they're gonna get rocketed. I barely not get hit by the Annie ultimate, and I do manage to ult to kill the Annie, but you know, we are in a rough position, so I'm gonna actually flash myself out and see who I can hit. A lot of low HP bars. There was the potential for like a triple or quadra kill there, but if I play too aggressive, I'm just gonna die. That is something you got to learn when you play Jinx. When you get a reset, you feel really powerful, but just because you get a reset doesn't mean you run straight into the faces of an enemy team to blast them, because a lot of times if you do that, you're gonna end up just dying, because you are still very squishy even though you do a lot of damage. Here, Camille tries to lock me down, and I barely survive. Ignite ticking, and I barely survive the last tick of Ignite, and I do manage to survive to get myself the killing spree. Now, something I have not actually mentioned in this video yet is, now with this new Jinx build, we all know it's very single target, but with this Jinx build, you want to basically be using rockets almost all the time. Now, in lane when you're CSing, obviously you still use your machine gun. When you're trying to poke, obviously you still use your rockets, but generally in team fights, you always want to use your rockets, not just for the AoE, but also for the range. Because Jinx, you know, she's very squishy, she has no mobility. If someone gets on top of you like that Camille did just now, very likely you're gonna die. I was very lucky to escape with my life there. But so you want to use your rockets for the range, to just blast whoever you can. When you reset, you use your rockets, just blast whoever you can. The only time you use machine gun is if there's someone like pretty much already in melee range of you, and there's no point you use your rockets, because your range on the rockets doesn't matter anyways. So that's pretty much a tip I can give you guys on Jinx. I probably will show the use of machine gun a little bit later on. I do believe there's a point in the game where Camille actually gets onto me, where I do have to use my machine gun. Not here though. So here, we are posturing toward trying to take the dragon. Camille is split from her team. Annie and Olaf are all coming from different directions. Annie gets caught by a charm. There goes Annie. Annie is gone. Gives me the reset, allowing me to begin blasting on the Olaf. Olaf, as you can see here, I'm rocketing at max range, rocketing the Camille at max range as well, sidestepping Camille's hookshot wall dive, which allows me to pick up the kill onto the Camille. So now here, this leads us to picking up the Infernal Dragon. Here, with the Storm Razor and with my W, I give Senna a huge slow. Unfortunately, I do get hit by the Senna root because it is a choke point, but if I didn't, I think I can easily chase her down. Here again, managing to hit the slow and on the W as well. So Jinx really has a lot of chase down potential even if you don't get a reset. Like the Storm Razor slow with like Jinx W slow means that you can pretty much catch up to any enemy that you want to. So here I got my Infinity Edge, and at this point in time I'm really strong, 5-0 and 3 with 2 completed items. Of course, the huge injection of AD, we have attack speed, we have crit, we have everything that we could ask for. So here basically all I want to do is I want to join my team for team fights, and I want to stay safe in the team fight so that we can win those team fights. So here, I thought a team fight was going to break out, so I was trying to get to the area to see if I could help my team out. But Camille is sort of getting off a split push. My whole team decides to rotate to top, but there's no need for that, so I go back to the mid lane to clear out the wave. There's no point of 5 members on any team, my team, sorry, going top to just stop on Camille. So here, we see if anything happened in the mid lane here. Rocket, obviously 4 members on any team, stun onto Nami. Nami flashes out, gets rooted, and here I'm just blasting whoever I can. Really nice ultimate. And here I'm gonna ult as well to finish off the kill on Olaf. I get a reset, I'm just blasting whoever I can. Camille comes in, and Camille is really strong. I do get actually Hextech Ultimatum into the enemy team, get it pushed away, but unfortunately I don't actually get focused on anybody. Now here, 2v1 against the Camille, and that's where I actually use my machine gun, because she was pretty much in very close range to me, so rockets not too much used there. So just use machine gun, blast her down, get the reset, go on the tower, get the reset. See if we can do any damage to the Ashe. Doesn't look like that will be the case. So instead, we're just going to simply just back off. No wave to take the mid lane tower with, so we're just going to ward the middle of the mid lane and we're just going to back. Right, so here we got enough gold to get ourselves the rapid fire cannon. This is of course a major 3-item power spike for Jinx, because triple crit item with so much damage, no deaths as well. We're really strong at the moment. We have surpassed 10k gold. Pretty much the next closest people to 10k gold are Camille and Akali. Akali just hit 9k and Camille is close to 9k, but pretty much we got the most gold in the game. We are the ones carrying our team here, so pretty much our team wants to fight when we are in the fight, and they want to protect me from mainly either Olaf or Camille, who can really dive the backline. If I position correctly, Annie should never be able to out me in the first place, but Camille can easily dive the backline. Olaf, if he really wanted to, could just use his ultimate to just, you know, come and destroy me, because he cannot be CC'd, cannot be stopped. But yeah, so here we see a fight breaking out in the top lane. We're kind of coming to join the team, and here Senna makes the mistake of walking too close to me. With triple crit items, she's not going to survive. I get the reset, and I'm just going over to just blast Ashe. Ashe realizes she's in trouble. She flashes. It's too late. Ashe is gone. So here only Camille and Annie are left alive. Annie is not long for this world. Akali takes her out. And here we can simply just back. The Camille is pretty much the only real champion keeping their team in the game. She's 6, 4, and 3 with a Triforce and a Death Stance. Decent items, considering her team is doing pretty bad. My team in the grand scheme of things is doing really well against them. Next dragon is coming up, so we're just gonna head over to get the dragon. Obviously there's no Rift Herald anymore, so no big deal, just gonna pick up the dragon. My team starting up the dragon, I see a huge wave in bot, so you know, as a typical ADC, you just want to pick up the wave, get the goal, and we're gonna head over to the dragon. No contest from the enemy team, it appears. Olaf does face check and see that we're in the area, decides the better of it, and we just get the dragon for free. So now at this point in time, there's no real point of us fighting. We already got the objective, so I do go to the bot lane to get the wave. But I see a fight breaking out between my team and the enemy team, so I instantly rotate over to help my team out, because as I said, I'm the most fed member of the team. My team needs me to win the fights. So here I have my rockets. I'm flashing in to get the reset. The reset allows me to kill the Ashe as well, so I pick up a double kill onto the enemy bot lane, and with that we can pretty much try to push for the end. Death timers on enemy team are roughly 30 seconds. We're gonna just blast down this inhibitor. The inhibitor is gonna give us a reset, but the minion wave a little bit too slow to actually get allow us to really make use of that reset. So here we're just gonna blast down the base, and that's pretty much the win. So I truly believe that Jinx is an S+ tier ADC. So I'm gonna leave you guys with the stats as usual. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and goodbye.